Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. Thank you to everyone who has been supporting the first video of this series. If you made it along this far, thank you for continuing the journey. I've been getting some really great reception, so thank you, folks. Now, I feel a little bit embarrassed because I was recording the last episode and I realized like my Satisfactory brain wasn't working, right? Like I was standing over here at this miner like, 120 ore per minute, something. Yep, no. My Satisfactory brain has fully turned back on again, and I am I think I'm in a much better state of mind here to continue forward. So while I was off screen, I did a little supply grinding, nothing too crazy, but we did get our phase 1 items submitted here, so we're gonna go ahead and get that submitted and kind of take off here into our next little bit of the adventure. Cargo's loaded, seal the container, and then we get to ship it off.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of project assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better fix-it future.
That's pretty neat. That's a nice little add-on. I have not seen those yet in any of my replay throughs. Yeah. Here we go. Let's get some shots of this. Boom. Look at that go. We're saving kittens and puppies. That makes it all the more worthwhile. Okay. So we got access to a whole bunch of new stuff in here. Tier 3, beautiful. That's going to give us access to some more sustainable power, some tractors, steel, and the Xenobasher. Excellent. Started laying out this initial foundation of what we're going to do with our miners here. So if you recall, this miner's on a pure node, so it can crank out 120 ore per minute. And each of our smelters is going to have the ability to produce 30 iron ingots per minute. So that means that we're going to need 4 constructors set up here to go with our 4 miners. And I've got our Mark II belt coming in here into the starting manifold. Now, the benefits of the manifold, if you have not seen manifolds, we're going to feed all of our product into the splitter, right? And then we're going to have our 4 smelters also lined up with our belts here. Missing a little bit of wire, that's okay. And as we split out, right, these belts are going to even out based on their capabilities. So that means that we're going to be able to, that is a merger, not a splitter. As each belt fills up down the line, right, so we have 120 coming in here. Once we fill, every time that something hits one of these standard splitters, it's going to split evenly across the 3 realms. So if there's nothing connected here, it's going to be 2 ways, right? So 50% is going to go that way, and 50% is going to go that way. if we had Mark II belts on all of them. We can kind of force it a little bit by limiting input. With this Mark I belt here, right, as soon as we get full here, everything else is going to go that way, and then it's going to fill that smelter up, and then that smelter up, and then the smelter behind it up as well. So that is how we can take that 120 iron per minute and split it up to be able to get the full benefit of our capacity there. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit more exciting. I'm gonna lay some power here for those two machines, and some power here. Those two machines. Ooh. Into that, and just right in. Also, I need them absolutely neat. That's showing 4 out of 4 already. Should only be 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I guess that is. Should get. We're gonna start cranking stuff out here now. At a much more interesting rate. Full. Close to full. No fuel. More biomass. Up here. I know we have some leaves and stuff. Biomass. Good. I will take it all. And we'll plug this in. Whip some of this up real quick. Be right back. Okay. So now we can keep just slowly replacing things with biomass and have that biomass, well, not biomass, a solid biofuel. This guy's gonna do more again. And just continue to improve the efficiency of our power process there. So I think here we're going to be making iron plates. Now, iron plates, they convert at 30 to 20. So if you remember, our smelters here are 30-30. These are going to be 30-20. So at 4 wide, we're going to have about 80 iron plates coming out per minute at the other end of this here. Let's just go ahead and clean up our inventory a little bit. There we go. So we now have our first, I'm going to say proper mini factory fully up and running. We are cranking out iron plates. Now, what our plan to do is here, we're going to do the same thing that we did over here, and we're going to set up for iron rods. Now it's 2 to 1 on the smelters, so we're going to need, we can start laying some constructors. We're going to need 8 constructors. We're going to need some more reinforced iron plates. We can, so I think our constructors are going to go right down. Put them. One minor issue with my plan. Smelters are going to need split. So we're gonna have scoot this in a little bit tighter, hoping it don't fall off our platform. Hoping that we put our construction. Is that going to be enough to merge and build with just a little bit of cushion? It's okay. And then we can run the iron rods all the way down the path. And there we have it. The last thing that we have to do is get ourselves some power set up. Just first on I don't know where I was going with that, but that's okay. We're gonna see over here. Let's get up here. Let's give ourselves power poles. Okay, that will work. 1, 2. And right down. Just going to connect it all the way down the line here. And I think our power is going to come in back. We can power that line, and then we can come up. We can power that line there, in addition to our miner. Yes. And we can pull this from now. As this miner turns on, it's not going to be running. We do need to set these for iron. And iron. And then we're going to do the same here, except we're going to shortcut this just a little bit. We can use the copy and paste recipe feature here to be able iron rod. So once we set it to iron rod, we can hit Control C, and then we can just copy paste. Just hop from machine to machine here, machine to machine, and hit Control V to paste in. See, as soon as that's pasted, it starts running. This is a pure copper node. We're gonna want to get, yeah, that's 120. So we're gonna have to step up our wire production here. Oh, I took all the solid wire out of my inventory. This is 4 back. do we biomass? Might have to whip some up again. Yep. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna take out some of these trees. Excellent. Okay. Now, just want to check our recipes real quick. So, on the wire, so we're gonna have 2x60 coming out. So we'll have wire by 30. Two sets of wire and one set of cable. Okay. Beautiful. So our first smelter is going to go right here. And then we're going to need to set our 4 constructors. With room. Back in. Okay, that's good. That's going to be our wire. So at 15 per minute, we're going to have 4 copper smelters here. This might not have worked out the way that might have to go that way. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. We can work with that. That's perfectly fine. 1, 2. And we're probably going to be cutting it just a little. Okay. It's not too bad, actually. Get that bad boy. Nope, we actually don't. Second smelter. Now. These are all going to do wire straight from the start. Wire, wire. And wire. Wire. And this guy here is perfect. Get our power set. Start bridging it out. Empty this. And let's up our power pools. I don't know if it's really cheating. Maybe some of you think it is. Isn't, I don't really care because we're not abusing it. I'm just storing stuff temporarily. Operating. That way I can back. And we're gonna do pretty much the same exact thing over on the other side. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up some concrete. Ramp will get probably. Look at now, half of these are going to be used to make cable. But they all start off needing wire. I think what we'll do shape pretty nicely. And copper. And then again, we're just going to come over here. We're going to climb right up. We're going to set this guy to wire. And we have 1, 2. Excellent. We're going to take, we're going to plug some of our side resources into there, and we're also going to store our excess wire. Or, right. Let's do this. And we just need some power set up. We can set that power line like that. And that's going to give us all the power connections we need. So we're going to have 8. We need to look at the circuit. We're going to have 8 4 megawatt, 12 4 megawatt items, plus a 5. So 12 times 4, that's going to be 48, plus 5, that's going to be 53 megawatts we need support for on the grid. This is going to be beginning to be not super fun. We have a capacity of 160. We're currently producing 63.1, so I think we're going to be okay. Now, the question becomes, where do we produce our people? And do we feed it all into the same place? I don't think we do. So I think what we're going to do here is, on these, we're going to have 30 per minute. Cable's going to want 60. So we're going to have a condensed output here, so to speak. And we can probably actually our cables just spit out, have the space right here. Let's do it right here. Why not? Our wire, rather. And we're going to need a merger. Merger. I'm going to go back to the starting point. We'll run these tier ones. And we're going to do somewhat of the same, but we're only going to be consolidating 2 belts into 1. And we're at iron. Alright, let me make a quick trip for some more supplies, and I will be right back. And we're back. I have supplies. Didn't take very long. And now we can just kind of finish up this factory setup we had there. These guys connected, and beautiful. Now we can set down a little bit more foundation. We can put our cable constructors. One there, and one. And these only need our poles. Make a cable. There's no power set up. Overflow. Our power got overflowed, but I didn't plan placement very well. Get up here and see. Really. One there. Tie these there. And then this one can come through here. Power. R2 wire. So with those two added, that's going to be 53 plus 8, 61 total power we're going to need. It looks like we could be tight on power here. Could get tough, we'll see. Give ourselves a program. right here. Because this is where we're going to feed our cable to. I think it's all gonna just wait. So I'm thinking we just go ahead and probably hook things up here and see what happens. We might need one more biomass burner, but that's fairly reasonable. So I think our best place to actually connect this is going to be like right here, and I don't know if there's a hole anywhere that we can get into. It looks like everything is running. Let's see if we blow a fuse or not. We may not. That's okay. We're only going to need one merger here for all of our cable. We'll need oh, we will only need Mark 1 belts. We can feed all that cable right there. Awesome. And I think just to get ourselves a little spot here. Look at what we did. Let's get this lookout tower back up and going. And beautiful. Look at that. We have the start of our production, and there goes the power grid. So we are going to need one more biomass burner. We're going to need to gather some more biomass and start getting into unlocking our tier 3 and tier 4 components next episode. In order to do that, we're going to need to come back and probably make better use of our nodes over here and continue to expand that factory as well. So let's just check in here at the MAM and see if there's anything that we are missing out on. Oh, it's inventory expansion with some cable. I don't mind if I do. I have but we will shortly. Let's see here. We don't have any strange alien material. We're a little low on the Celia. We're gonna need those rotors. Steel. Don't have a yellow power slug yet. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me for this episode. We're starting to really get a framework here of our factory. So leave a like, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you know when I post the next episode and what we get into next. So see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for joining.